complaint. This whole video will show you step by step. This step will be you putting the dispute inside of this envelope. You have to make contact with these debt collectors, not direct. You have to preserve the record through the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is where you go preserve a record for consumer finances, the same way you preserve a record for a felony at a state or federal level at the clerk of courts. Okay? So,
your dispute inside of the envelope, okay? Your dispute will go inside of your USPS envelope. You need to learn how to write your own disputes. Stop letting people write disputes for you. Learn how to write your own disputes. Stop letting ChatGPT write disputes for you. Okay, they're going to come back frivolous. Learn how to utilize your 13 core chapters. Also, send your ID, 2 forms of ID, 2 pages, 2 forms. ID and preferably a social. I ain't going to show my social or nothing like that, but ID and social. Copy it yourself. Don't give it to anybody. You keep a copy of it.
what we're going to do is go over this one more time. We're going to show you how to send these off, okay? We're going to go to USPS and everything. So, the first part of this video, also go subscribe to my YouTube platform. Jordan Laster 1 is my YouTube platform, okay? We're going to go over how to put the dispute inside of the envelopes, okay? Most people don't know. Now, if you need somebody to help you type up your dispute, you're going to need to go get one-on-one help, okay? I tell people to put the dispute inside the envelope. I also tell you which core chapters to utilize. You have the FCRA, you have your FDCPA, which is your Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is not the only act. You have your Fair Debt Collection Practices Act to make sure they're collecting the debt from you lawfully. Your TILA, which is your Truth in Lending Act, to make sure they did not lie in this commerce contract. Your ECOA, your Equal Credit Opportunity Act. Your GLBA, your Graham-Leach-Billy Act. Your FACTA, your Fair Act, your Credit Transactions Act, your HIPAA, your TCPA, your Telephone Consumer Protection Act. I could go on and on with these things. It's 13 core federal chapters of consumer law and legal defense that you utilize when you write these disputes. You cite these statutes, okay? Now, it don't matter student loans, auto loans, credit card debt, bankruptcy. It don't matter what it is on your profile. It could be evictions, everything that you consume. That's why these are called consumer laws, not credit repair. Credit repair is an illegal street business model, okay? Consumer law is your legal tool set. Yes, you are allowed to do credit repair, but most of these credit repair businesses are unlawful and illegal because they charge you up front before they perform services. And clearly, under the Credit Repair Organizations Act, it tells you that every single credit repair company in America and Coach is prohibited. I don't know if we know the definition of prohibited, but they are prohibited from charging you any money up front. Now, these are disputes that I have to drop off today. You put the dispute inside of these priority mail envelopes with your ID, 2 forms of ID, your ID and preferably a copy of your social or social security, of your birth certificate, okay? Once you do that, what am I looking for that I wanted to show you guys? This right here. If you don't want to pay $11, you can use the $2 envelope. I think these are $2 or something like that. Might be a little cheaper. You can use these. The only thing is your dispute will be folded up. I tell people to use these ones because it's neat. It won't be folded up. It'll be nice and neat. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, okay? Now, once you have it inside of here, the dispute and your 2 forms of ID, you're going to walk inside of USPS. My 4-year-old son drops these off for me a lot. Okay, he has multiple stickers from dropping these off. I'm going to take y'all to USPS with me right now. I'm getting ready to walk out the door, okay? These will be dropped off at USPS. When I get the expected delivery date, I will have the receipt. I'm going to show you the expected delivery date. I will circle it. On that expected delivery date, I will go to the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and I will file the complaint. This whole video will show you step by step. This step will be you putting the dispute inside of this envelope. You have to make contact with these debt collectors, not direct. You have to preserve the record through the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is where you go preserve a record for consumer finances, the same way you preserve a record for a felony at a state or federal level at the clerk of courts, okay? So we're getting ready to go to USPS. I hope everybody's ready for this trip. Pay attention. All you have to do is take it in to the USPS person. You're going to get a receipt on that expected delivery date, and you will have a tracking number with that expected delivery date. On that expected delivery date, you will go to the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and you will file an electronic complaint. You will not go send anything off to the CFPB. You will file an electronic complaint only, okay?
And I just wanted to do this to show people that this is where you send it off at. You walk right up to here and you drop it off right here. Slide them right in here. Or you can put it right there. They have a desk over here as well, where you can sit your stuff down and can fill out your paperwork. Okay? Once you fill out your paperwork, right here is what you're going to do. You're going to send one to each. Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Okay? Okay. Experian. Address. See that? Equifax. Address. TransUnion. Address. Okay? You can look those up as well. And then you just walk them right up there. You put 2 forms of ID inside of this envelope here. 2 forms of ID. 2 forms of ID in the dispute. And you just walk them right up there yourself. You need to do this at least once a month. At least once a month. That's the minimum.
Now, this here is the expected delivery date. Some of them will have different dates. As you can see here, this one says the 21st, and then the other one says the 22nd. The next one says the 22nd as well. Now, I usually wait till the last date, which will be the 22nd in this case. So on the 22nd, you will go and you will file an electronic complaint through the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which you should have a consumer portal. The CFPB is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and that's where you want to preserve a record for consumer finances. It is non-negotiable. You have to preserve the record.
As you can see here, you can go to Google. Use your phone or laptop, preferably laptop. If you don't have a laptop, it's perfectly fine. I just prefer using my laptop. You can use your phone and it will still work the exact same. Go here, click submit a complaint. If you don't have a consumer portal, you need to create one, okay? This is gonna ask you to log in. All right, start a new complaint. This is more so common sense, guys. It's just tedious. You will hit proceed, okay? Scroll down. Hit proceed again. Credit and Consumer Reporting Complaint Notice. I attest that the information I am proving is true and to the best of my knowledge and belief, and if my complaint to the CRA concerns inaccurate or incomplete information, I have already submitted my dispute to the CRA, and either 45 days have elapsed or my dispute is no longer pending with the CRA. Okay? I agree. Most of us have already tried to contact these agencies and fix these things, and it has not been fixed. So you have to go to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, okay? This is more so like the police for consumers. They're not acting as your attorney. They're not the police, but in a sense, they protest for your finances and for your profile, okay? Already submitted a complaint or created your account? If not, then you go here and you will create an account, all right? I already have an account, so I hit that. My stuff is already on here. Logging me in. Now, as you can see here, this is I did all of this myself. Nobody filed these for me, okay? This is what I mean by it's like basketball, like a sport. You have to do your consumer profile is like a pet, like working on your jump shot. If you stop working on your jump shot, you're not going to be able to put that ball in the basket. It's repetition. Repetition is the father of learning. Being strategic is the mother of mastery. Why you think credit repair calls it credit repair rounds. They're trying to do it repeatedly for you, but they're not doing it the correct way. They don't even know what they're doing. Half of them are not even really doing it at all. They're just taking your money, okay? This is a real process. This process is not fast. It is not overnight. Law is never fast. This is a 30 to 60 day process. Don't file this stuff and look for your credit to be fixed tomorrow, thinking you're Obama, you could go get a mansion. It's not about the score, it's about the profile, and it's about you paying on those credit builders, secure cards, okay? Make sure you get an auto loan, you upgrade to unsecured cards. Now, Jordan Laster, this is all me. I did all of this myself. We could count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 of them, and they give you a number. So if credit repair is claiming to do these for you, you should have a complaint ID number. they should be sending you a complaint ID number saying, hey, to let you know what you paid for. You shouldn't have to pay up front unless it's for a guide. They are allowed to sell you information and guides and things like that, but not services. Services under the CROA, which is the Credit Repair Organizations Act, they have to perform services first. Everybody, even me, and I am certified in consumer law and legal defense. I take a bar exam here in the next 4 or 5 years. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I ain't done. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I did this 35 times last year, which means 35 times 3. Well, a couple of them was 5 this year, but from last year to now, I have filed 35 disputes to make my consumer profile look the way it does, and to be able to get loans. And you also, not that I only build my personal profile, I also build my business, but they're not going to reply to anything if you're just sending a letter to the creditor. Just because you send a certified mail, that doesn't mean anything. Yes, I know how to use certified mail as well. It's when you make direct contact. We're using priority mail because we are preserving a record. You make contact with a debt collector the same way you make contact with the prosecutor. Now, you will go here and you will click Start New Complaint. Okay? It's going to ask you, what is the complaint about? You're going to click Debt Collection. This is more so common sense, okay? It's just tedious. What type of debt? Don't never click a certain one. You always challenge the whole profile. It's a strategy you are allowed to use legally. Why challenge one thing? I challenge my whole profile every time. I don't know. I don't know what's. I don't know. I'm challenging it because I don't know who violated. I don't know if the validity of this debt is correct. That's why I'm challenging it. Just because you sign something don't mean the validity of it is correct. Communication tactics. What is it about? Can y'all answer this question for me? Can anybody tell me? This is why people need to be guided through these things. This is what I'm talking about. People want to be so smart. Attempts to collect debt not owed. We have to listen. Okay? People will get here and get stuck. Debt was already discharged. What describes your problem? What's going on? Debt was paid. Was the debt not yours? Debt was a result of identity theft. And a lot of people qualify for identity theft. If you check to see if your name was released into the data breach, you have to do that before you file for identity theft, or it is illegal. Debt is not yours is what you will click. This is you challenging it, okay? Have you already tried to fix this problem with the company? You click yes. Okay? Did you request information from the company? You clicked yes. You did. What information did you request? That is optional. Leave it alone. Did the company provide this information? You click no. They did not. That is why I'm coming to you, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, because nobody provided this information. You just sent your dispute off. You have your expected delivery dates. Now here, you would simply put, look, and this is crazy because I shouldn't even have to do this. I should really be charging for this video. This is crazy. Validity of this information. Boom. Right? So there you're going to put, I checked my consumer profile, notice inaccurate and unverifiable information. I am filing a complaint because these companies have not responded to my dispute or verified the validity of this information. Okay? There you go. Yes, I want this published. Always click that. What would be a fair resolution? A fair resolution would be to remove all inaccurate and unverifiable information from my consumer profile. Now, what will be a fair resolution to this issue? A fair resolution would be to remove all inaccurate and unverifiable information from my full consumer profile. Attach documents. Send a copy of your ID. Okay, send a copy of just 2 forms of ID to verify issue. That's it. You can use ID, you can use social. I tell people use an ID and a copy of your social. Just screenshot it. Save the file to your phone. Save the file to your laptop. And this is why people don't do these things, because it's tedious. Okay, a lot of people, I have somebody tell me they didn't even have an ID, or they didn't even have information to post to verify themselves. So it's just minor things, tedious things that stop people from doing this. We could all do this on our own. It's about if you want to do it. And you don't have to pay anybody $2,000-$3,000 for it. Now, there are other services you might need to pay that price for, but not consumer profile. This is something we all should know. My 4-year-old damn near could do this. But after you do this, you sit back and you wait 30 to 60 days, and then you're done. Whatever falls off, good. Whatever doesn't fall off, you go back and you do the same thing again. If you file electronically a dispute, that is on you. If you use a ChatGPT dispute, that is on you. I use my authentic intelligence and put in footwork and keep a paper trail of these things. I don't do the lazy stuff. I make sure I get it done correctly.